Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, Shane Guilford, and you've joined us for round 6 of the NASCAR League in 2024. Very undulating, lots of twists and turns. The boys are in quali with about 2.5 minutes left. So let's get on track. Before we do that, season standing thus far, it's Vlad Tokarev out in front just by 2 points. Bruno collected the round win, round number 5. Then it's Hang-On Stenica, Alexei Savelyev, Parry, Ollie dropping down, Troy moving up, Scott moving down, Meshkov holds steady, and Craig Broadbent making his way into the top as we go live now. On track, and we are watching Bruno Klev. Been a battle all year long between Vlad Tokarev and this gentleman on screen now, Bruno Klev from Argentina. Currently in second position. We've also got Wayne Walker joining us in the number 12 car. Watch out for him. He'll be the lead Aussie, doing us proud in the full international event. We've got Vlad, Russian, Bruno, Argentina, Wayne Walker, Australia, Alexei Savelyev, Russia, Laszlo Taglas on screen now. He is racing with us from Hungary. That's Meshkov from Russia. Across the ditch it is Matthew Parry, Jacob Steele from the UK, representing his new skin and livery in the number 14 car. Then another couple of Aussies, James Scotto and Troy Cieslowski in the 10. Sporting a very funky, mixed up livery there. Okay, so up front it's Bruno Klev taking pole right now. There's only 40 seconds left, so that'll be Bruno's flying lap. He'll sit there unless Vlad, and we'll watch his last flying lap as he takes us around Sonoma Circuit. 20 seconds to go. This is his hot flying lap, the last chance he'll have to actually take that pole position from his closest competitor, Bruno Klev, as he just goes wide, brings it back in, hard on the brakes. These guys are driving on a fixed setup, so the guys are all driving on the exact same setup in the car. Vlad, no stranger to sim racing, one of the world's top rated sim racers in the world. So Bruno Klev doing very well to challenge him. Only being 2 points behind in the championship. Can it be another step closer to the championship lead after round 6? As Vlad coming around the final corner now, sprint to the finish line. And I think he's pulled out there with a fast first 2 sectors. He's missed the start line, and that lap will not be complete until he goes under the Red Bull banner. I don't think he's actually done that to position himself better on the grid for race 1. Anyhow, that is Vlad Tokarev, and the only other driver there is Alexei Savelyev crossing the line, moving up into P4 just under a second, and taking a flyer up into the crowd to say thank you for coming. And we hope to get a bigger crowd on race 1. Okay, so we're going to get into it. It will be a rolling start, so we'll have plenty of time to introduce the grid for race 1. We will go quickly to a commercial break. We'll be right back. Okay, so welcome back. It is race 1. We are waiting for the boys to grid up. Currently in pit lane. They'll be forming up behind the pace car, which is out on track. That is Troy Cieslawski. We'll see the boys gridding up, and it'll be a rolling start for race 1. 16 laps. Let's see how these boys do it on the road. They've proven themselves at Mid-Ohio. Bruno Caleb very strong. It's Mid-Ohio. Bruno, last one to join the grid. There he goes. That's the front row. Maybe Vlad wants the outside line to get the inside line on turn 2 at the top of the hill. We'll see whether that pays off for him as they roll off. As they roll off, this is race 1, this is the grid. Bruno Kalev on pole position, just ahead of Vlad Tokarev from Russia in P2. And it was Wayne Walker, Alexis Bilgev. Third row is Laszlo Teglas from Hungary. And Alexander Meshkov from Russia, Matthew Parry, the Kiwi. And Jacob Steele in P8. And it's Troy Cieslawski starting from P9. Should be warming up the tyres right about now. Do apologise, we've got to restart. And the boys will grid up once again. Okay, apologise to do this online, ladies and gents. We will go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
But what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
Tiago, you know he fancies himself a footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You went back this time, right?
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down. Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Alicia, you hear that?
Quick on him, top left.
Bet. I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Chao, nos vemos.
Okay, welcome back. Sorry about that. Ladies and gents, we had a technical issue we just had to sort out. Boys are gridding up again now. We'll be right with you in about 40 seconds when the boys grid up. Behind the safety car, ready for a rolling start. Ready for race one, beautiful circuit here in Sonoma. Also known as Sears Point if you're familiar with the American NASCAR circuit. On screen we have Laszlo to Glass from Hungary in that 080 car. At the moment it's Vlad on pole with Bruno Clip in the blue. The grid's actually been switched around, another technical issue, but we'll get on with it and we'll make it up to Bruno in race 2. Okay, lights off on the safety car, so we will go green on this one. Watch the battle between the number 12 and the front two. Even Alexei Saviliev in the green. Proxy Flame will be in the front as well to the leaders. It's only a 16-lap sprint, so let's see how they go. We're coming around the second last corner. Safety car will come straight into the pit lane entry there. Now it's up to the two drivers. Vlad going nice and wide. He's probably going to get a start from there. but 17 very, very itchy to go. Jacob still in the 14 car, sitting behind. As the shadows pass on the circuit, we're about to go green. They've got the green and off they go. Beautiful formation as they cross the start finish line. Lad on the inside, Bruno on the outside. And Bruno's actually got the run into turn 1. Just Wayne Walker, then Alexis Williams settles into 4. To Glass in 5 at the moment, but he'll want to improve there. He's trying what he can. Watching that battle with Wayne Walker and Saviliev. Bruno getting the jump and leading us out. Jacob Steele just settling in front of the Kiwi, Matthew Barry in P8. As they go downhill for the first time. It's Bruno, Vlad, Tokara, Dennis Wayne Walker. Saviliev getting all slippy back in the green machine. He's got to Glass keeping him company from Hungary. Jacob Steele, Meshkov making a mistake there, coming wide, and he's dropped back. See what happened there. Meshkov coming through. Oh, he's just clipped the ripples and has caught him and thrown him to the inside. Go to the front now, it's still Bruno, Kalev, Vlad, Tokarev, Wayne Walker trying to stay with these guys as we're on lap 2. Oh, nice and tall, almost getting up the inside on the switch up the hill. That's not an overtaking manoeuvre. In fact, it is very hard to overtake unless drivers try and go wide there and rejoin back on the circuit. Very famous part of the track. Allowed to run wide and rejoin as they come through. It's Kalev, Tokarev, Walker, Saviliev to Glass. Bruno coming into the final 2 corners now. Vlad just closing in on entry, but probably dropping off. Oh, I can hear something. That sounded like Saviliev just locking up on the brakes. Bruno stretching that lead, new best time at 1:11.328. Track conditions have changed. It is very slippery up there at the moment. Track is quite green. Walker starting to close in on these guys. He is keeping with them. Very colourful red, blue, pink and yellow. And it's 2 green machines, Saviliev and to Glass. Chasing down. So very fast downhill section. Got to keep it nice and smooth, especially in these heavy vehicles. And tyre wear is a key through here as well. Just dropping down to 3rd gear to get that car to turn and rotate. All right, this is a great section of the circuit. The Glass closing in under brakes, nice and deep. Now on the rears, trying to get him out of the corner as fast as he can and up the hill. Nice and wide as they go full speed up the hill. This is the hero point. To Glass just sliding that around off camber, tight right-hander. Very deceiving. It really needs to slow down for that corner. And here's the switch up the top here, like a dog leg almost. As the boys come through. But I can see up ahead that we've got a 3-way battle now. We're on board with Vlad Tokarev. That's Bruno in front. Just steadying the car. Wayne Walker right behind now. Getting close. Driving under brakes there. This is really a group about seconds back from the leaders. The front three all in touch with each other. Bruno stretching out a bit of a gap through that downhill section. He knows how to get that rhythm downhill. Very demanding on tyres this circuit. It's Smokarev really punching it through the uphill. He's mastered that dog leg. And that's his advantage over Kalev at the moment. Kalev's going to burn up those tyres just depending against Tokarev. Walker's there waiting on the heels of these two. Learning a couple of things from the first few laps. By the end of the night's racing, we'll be up there amongst them. Down to second gear, Tokarev up into third. Heavy brakes down to second gear, maybe even first. Throwing all that weight through, using that ripple to get the car to rotate. Down to first gear, launching it out of the corner. Got to keep it tight. Left-hander over to the right-hand side. He's going to keep tight to the left side as Tokarev's posts the fastest lap of the race so far. Got to settle that car down if it's going to turn right here. These guys are on a fixed setup, so the tyre wears should be the same, and it's all going to come down to the driving style. Going wide, Tokarev just has to back off to get back in that tyre. This looks like those tyres are burning up big time. Only 6 laps down to 16, still got 10 laps to go in this first race. It'll be interesting in the feature whether there will be pit stops required as Tokarev goes wide. Walker will come up now. On board with Wayne Walker. Got the 2 leaders right in front of him. Walker's loving the challenge. It's a new car for him. Mixing with the internationals, and he's absolutely dominating our V8 series at the moment, currently leading that championship. Winning 7 out of 8 rounds. May have been 8. Just like Lewis Hamilton. Alright, on the downhill run, Wayne Walker chasing the top 2. I'll go back to Sibilia and see where Teglas is in relation to Sibilia. Teglas in P5 at the moment. Harry a further 16 seconds back with Meshkov cutting through the field as he's trying to recover after that earlier spin on lap 1. And there's Meshkov there coming up over the hill now. Oh, bouncing over those curves. Not very kind to these cars. You've got to ride them in the right spot. Otherwise it's going to bounce you off. As we saw Meshkov spinning in lap 1. Jacob Steele still getting into the vehicle as well. It's his second race with us and first one on a road circuit. Absolutely ragging it around at the moment. So back up front now, Bruno still dominating just ahead, all within a second of each other. The top 3. Wayne Walker doing a very good job to stay in touch with these guys now. Touch with the left, but unable to get close enough to make a move on impact. Left, but yeah, a seasoned professional won't succumb to any pressure from any driver. Turn 12 this is. Across the start-finish line, gap almost non-existent as they come over the... We have a yellow somewhere. See where that is. Jacob Steele is just waiting for the driver to go through. Oh, he just manages to get back on. I think the leaders are coming around pretty soon, or they've just gone through. Still a battle for the top two, and this is for the championship, and this reflects how the championship is running, because these guys have been swapping the lead all season long. Whether it's oval or road, these guys have been hammer and tong. Glad you're getting the better. I know it was because of a couple of hit strategy mistakes at Mid-Ohio in the road circuit, where Colette absolutely dominated, but needed to pit on the last lap for fuel on both occasions, while in the lead and absolutely losing the lead. We are on lap 10 now of 16, 6 laps to go. Right up the back of Caleb now. Just taking it nice and easy, that throttle control. Will he try the inside? It looks like he will. Maybe he'll get the outside. Bruno's going to hold him out there, because Vlad won't be able to get the inside again. As they snake down the hill, they've got to be very careful through here. The momentum of the weight transfer will push them off onto the dirt, as we saw before. Vlad Tokarev getting on the dirt on more than one occasion, as he just comes in hot, locks up. Looking at his tyre, he's like, I can handle another 6 laps like this. So he's going to waste it and leave all the rubber out on the track to get another position. As he crosses the line in P2, still chasing down the very quick Bruno Caleb from Argentina. Avoiding those curves, staying on the black stuff, coming around nice and smooth now. Wayne Walker still in the mix. But unable to make any impression. Very hard to stay on the tail as we're 5 laps remaining in the race. Wayne Walker just dropping out of that second gap to Tokarev. Still DNFing at the moment. Sibeliev still holding down P4 at the moment, ahead of Teglas with a 5-second gap. Or is that actually a full 13-second gap? Yes, it is. Teglas still coming up the corkscrew. Or the dogleg up on top of the hill as he dips back down. Go back up the front. This is where the comp's in. Vlad coming in nice and hot. Is he just sussing out the situation, making sure he knows where he can overtake Bruno when it comes to the last few laps? He doesn't want Bruno being able to make a counter move on him while he tries to get that position and make it stick. Very good through this section, especially the exit. Bruno carrying a bit more speed there as they go through. Oh, he's really getting on the gas now. He needs to go up the inside, not the outside. but it doesn't matter what side he goes. I think Bruno's going to cover it either way. And look at this sequence. They've just got to thread a nice fine line. The older these tyres get, the worse this car steers. So we can see he's really getting on the gas to get that rear to come around. There's the fast section here. You've got to back it up here, get it in tight on the inside, because the track will wash off. And Bruno handles that very nicely as he comes into the final 2 corners. With now 3 laps to go. This is the time Vlad really needs to make a move now. It's the closest battle on the circuit so far at the moment. It is Bruno Kalep out in front, Vlad Tokarev in P2, Wayne Walker P3 at the moment, Alexei Sabiliev from Russia in P4, and Bruno just going tight there. Is this where the move's going to be made on the outside? Vlad's holding around the outside, he's going to hold it. It's side by side. Don't know what side Vlad's on, but it looks like he's tucked in behind. Yes, he had to tuck him behind. There was no way he was going to get 2 abreast through there. That was a good move, or a good opportunity for Vlad to make that move, and perfect time in the race to get it done, but not to be. Vlad's going to close up on the uphill section here. As the Monster Energy hot air balloon is giving us aerial pictures for today. Bruno's starting to get loose now. Vlad too far away to make any impact. Walker starting to fall off now, over 8 seconds back to P3. Although he's got Sabiliev closing in, because that's under a 3-second gap back to Sabiliev. These guys too strong at the moment, second last lap. When Bruno brings this round, it's going to be for the last lap. Vlad needs to make a move. Last opportunity, last lap. He knows where he's going to do it. It's going to be down the back of the circuit. Looks like Mezhkov just in front too. Could be bad timing, as they may catch him. Looks like Mezhkov's just nursing old set of tyres. Bruno going wide, and that's the move. That's the mistake he made at Mid-Ohio. So now Vlad's really got to push and stay side by side. Bruno lucky not to lose a spot through that section there. And looks like he's going to hold that. Just need to stay firm. But there's still one major corner to go with deep braking. Just needs to hold firm, make sure he crosses the line. Vlad's going to come up the inside. Is he strong enough to get the launch out? No, Bruno's really slipping and sliding. Got to protect that inside line. It looks like it's Bruno on the line. Congratulations. That's a... And Alexei Sabiliev moving up on Wayne Walker as well. We saw that gap come down, and Walker absolutely got nothing left on those rear tyres. So that's Alexei Sabiliev crossing the line. We go back to Wayne Walker finishing in P4. Congratulations to Wayne Walker. That means Laszlo the Glass is coming around in P5. Same as his starting position. And Matthew Parry coming down the hill for the last time. Then Meshkov coming round to take the checkered flag for race 1. Okay, so results for race 1. It is Bruno Kalev just getting home ahead of Vlad Tokarev. Alexei Saviliev coming in third, getting the job done over Wayne Walker, finishing P4. Laszlo Teglas finishing P5, just ahead of Matthew Parry from New Zealand. And then it was Alexander Meshkov, unable to recover too much from that earlier spin. And Jacob Steele coming home in P8. All right, time for race 2. We're going to get the grid set. Make sure you stay tuned after these messages, and we'll be right back.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Okay, welcome back. Race 2 now. Reverse grid of qualifying. And we'll go through the grid as we roll off behind the safety car. Guys got a couple more seconds to grid up, because I'm sure this race is going to include some pit stops. Is fuel and tyres are consumed on this one. We can see Jason Steele from the UK out in front, about to lead us through. Okay, they're rolling off now, ready for race 2. A slow out lap behind the pace car, taking us around, making sure the boys warm up those tyres. While they're going around, we'll show you the starting grid for race 2. That is not the starting grid. And it's Jacob Steele, Matthew Parry out in front. Then it's Alexander Meshkov in 3, and Laszlo Teglas in 4. Zaviliev starting in 5 next to Wayne Walker. And it's Bruno Kalev and Vlad Tokarev at the back. So lights out again on the safety car. There we have Jason Steele. He will be leading us out ahead of the safety car there. Just slowly rolling, only 70 kilometers an hour. And believe me, 70 kilometers in these cars is very, very slow. That's we're on board with Teglas now. Just rolling through. Zaviliev on his inside it will be as we cross the start finish line. 2 corners to go. We'll see the safety car just go straight ahead there. That is the pit entry. And we will go live now. Oh, bit of a balk from Meshkov, getting stuck on the wall there. They regroup. They're going to hear green, 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 and off they'll go. Teglas out of position. There they go. Their engines rise, and that is Jacob Steele coming around the inside. Matthew Parry try and sit around the outside. Big accident back there. Looks like Meshkov involved once again. Just watch the restart from Meshkov. He tries to light it up, gets a bit squirrely. Watch him on the first kink here. Gets a bit of a touch from his teammate, and it's all 3 teammates getting involved. Bruno managing to stay straight ahead, and that was the start. Jacob Steele out in front. Oh, but he's just spun out of contention, and that gives Matthew Parry the lead now. And that is Teglas trying to defend against the faster guys behind. This is reverse grid. Look at that. That's Bruno and Kalev together once again, and there's Wayne Walker in behind, just a couple of car lengths back. Watch him come under brakes. Who's the stronger? Who's going to make the mistake? Oh, Teglas gets a better launch out, just getting balking Vlad Tokarev there. He's lost that position of Bruno. Watch Bruno trying to come around the outside now. Fantastic action as we head up the hill. That's the inside. That's Vlad Tokarev trying to get in there as well. Matthew just dropping a couple of positions. Parry might be just looking after his tyres for the entire race, so he may get strong towards the end. An extra 4 laps on this one. Got Wayne Walker behind him. He wants to get up the inside. Matthew Parry, very much the gentleman. We'll go up front as Teglass. Watch Teglass braking into the final two turns, 11A, 11B. Oh, he's just getting loose there. Bruno's going to come up the inside unless Teglass blocks. Yes, he does. Going to hold the inside line, 3 of them. And that was Teglass really strong on the brakes. He's trying to block on the outside as well now. So it looks like it's going to be 3 abreast across the start finish line. Vlad out in front, Bruno on the inside, Teglass on the outside. Oh, they touch back there. That's Vlad out in front. Oh, Teglass just locking up. Oh, ahead of Bruno Klev. There's not much he could do there. He just locked up on the inside. There it is, the weight transfer. And Bruno came around. Not much he could do there, unfortunately. And that was that incident. Back live now. Just locking up on the inside. Still in P5. Parry getting through there, keeping Wayne Walker company. Starting to improve on his lap times as well. Parry's fastest lap of 1:16.5, which is on that last lap just gone. But out in front, it is Tokarev, 2.5 ahead of Kalev. And there they are, there's the leaders. They're not really stretching too far away from these guys further back. Meshkov already out. Jacob Steele just recovering from an earlier spin. Gets the revs up and off he goes. Meshkov involved in 2 incidents. One was on the formation lap as well. It's Tokarev leading Bruno Klev, and there's Wayne Walker in the background. And Matthew Parry in P4. Tokarev still posting those fast laps, a 1:10.5. Bruno following up with a 1:10.3. Actually claiming that fastest lap. So really heating up here, the track rubbering up and the times will drop even more. This will be a good battle over the 20 laps. They're not company, so they are posting their own times, not being balked by each other. Whether we'll see Vlad stretch that lead, only time will tell. We're only 5 laps down. And Matthew Parry retiring as well, so that's 2 retirements. See if we can see what happened to him. No, he's already in pit lane. As we rejoin the leader on bringing us into lap 6, trying everything he can to stretch that lead, now up over 1.3 seconds. On board now with Bruno Klev. Let's see how he gets it done. Just rolling over that dogleg in 2nd gear. Hard down on the gas. Hitting 1st gear down, really awkward off camber, downhill braking. Got to use everything you can. The weight really rolling around on these vehicles. these cars set up for the road. They can be set up for the oval as well, which changes the sway bar, but not the case for the oval, the road setup, I should say. As we're racing here from Sonoma Raceway in the US, also known as Sears Point. So Parry Meshkov retiring early. That promotes Jacob Steele into P6 for now. Troy Cieslawski having electrical issues, unable to join the races thus far. Let's hope we find him come back into race 3, the feature race, 40 laps, or 33 laps. As Saviliev in the pits. That's pit entry, a very, very long pit lane here after 7 laps already in. Maybe some damage after that incident on the start there, as he did end up on the grass. Or is that a drive-through penalty? Didn't really see him pit for anything. We haven't seen any penalties come up, so maybe he's serving a penalty there. Anyway, we'll go to Bruno Kalev chasing down Vlad Tokarev. That gap now under 1 second. Comments on the YouTube chat saying Bruno Kalev is the man, best of the day. Yes, he's proven that so far, but in P2 he's got a bit of work to do to get himself back up onto the podium for race 2. Bruno taking the honours for race 1, just holding out on old tyres ahead of Vlad Tokarev. Is his strategy going to be a bit different? Is he going to pit, or is he just going to conserve those tyres while putting pressure on Vlad Tokarev out in front? Only 4 laps difference. Bruno was really struggling towards the end of race 1. Vlad still looked like he had a lot left on the rears, as he was still hitting his marks to the end. Looks like Matthew Parry is back on track. He may have had some internet issues dropping off the server. So he's back out on track. Great to see him back out there. 2 laps down in P7 for the number 7. Flying down under the Red Bull banner up the hill now. Controlling that weight, getting that inside. That is off camber there. So very hard to get that car to turn. This is a great section in the NASCARs. Up over the dogleg, down the hill now. On board with Bruno Kalev. This is how it's done. This is for the lead. And that is Vlad Tokarev out in front. Bruno bringing that gap to 0.6. Wayne Walker back in 13 seconds back in P3. See that car just swinging around, getting that nose to point in. This is where they need to keep it nice and smooth. Just dip it down and drop a gear, bring it in. You can hear the tyres squealing on Bruno's car. He's taking the entry wide, just get the nose in. He's actually really working that steering wheel, getting that rear to come around. So hit top speed over 230 kilometers an hour. They have to bring it down to just under 100. Take that left-hander. That's big commitment with off camber in these cars. Like driving big heavy tanks, they don't like to change direction too quickly, but these guys are showing us how it's done, nice and easy. So these are the leaders so far. Then we've got Wayne Walker, further 15 seconds back, just sliding it and drifting it through the corners, making it look easy. Then we've got Teglas up in P4 at the moment, ahead of Saviliev. We saw Saviliev come through the lane And it didn't look like it was for tyres, so not too sure what that was about. So that is Laszlo to glass, and then we've got Sibilio. Let's keep on to glass as he takes us through turns 11A and B. Oh, just cooking it on the outside there. Meshkov still in pit lane. Alright, so Sibiliev coming down the hill now. Dip down a gear, that's what the leaders are doing. Out wide and then into the heavy braking zone. Or staying out wide, almost hitting that tyre barrier. See the fronts are rotating. That rear just coming around, that weight is overtaking the front. Watch him come through, just scraping that inside wall. Now he's got to back it off, just guide that weight, get it to the left-hand side so he can dip down and cover that inside curb, because that is off camber. Very awkward section through here. This one, not so. This one, very good section. So he gets through the dogleg nice, doesn't run wide there. Downhill braking off camber once again, so no choice then to run wide, but he's backed off just a little, not to hit the tyre barrier. Heavy braking into the right-hander. Got to keep it nice and smooth. Gets that in nicely, runs the ripple, make sure it doesn't get hooked up on it. Just guiding that accelerator, getting the car to run over that inside curb, and it's all over again. 1 second, 11 seconds later. So the battle up front is Tokarev and Kalev once again getting closer and closer. Bruno's starting to make his move. I don't think these guys are going to pit on this race, as we see Jacob Steele in pit lane. He's in for tyres. Looks like he's in for fuel as well. That's the other thing, we've got no visuals on the fuel burn for these cars, so we don't know if 20 laps is going to be enough on the tank of fuel. We see Steele just filling up there, looks like. That's an extended stop for him. On board with Tokarev now, the leader of the race, number one in the number one. Hitting those lines nice and early, on the gas as soon as he can. Deep into the braking zone. Slow right-hander. Double apex. You can take it two different ways. That's how close Kalep is in P2. Watch him close in this uphill section. As they overtake Steele, who has come out of pit lane now. I don't know if it was in there for repairs. That's probably what it could have been. Looking back at Bruno Kalev now in P2, closing in under brakes. Shadows of Vlad on the track as the sun starts to set down here at Sonoma Raceway. Sonoma, located in California, USA, on the west coast. It's a very long sunsets here at California, or Sears Point. Beautiful undulating circuit here at Sonoma. You can see us going uphill now. Very hard to maneuver these big, heavy cars, especially when we've got off-camber turns. Slightly off-camber dogleg. You can see the road just falling off to the right-hand side there. Bruno taking it nice. Oh, Vlad just backing off. You could hear the engine drop, and look at Kalev closing in now. Great shots here as we're watching Bruno put pressure on, coming down the downhill section now. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Not much. Oh. Bruno just almost getting wide there, getting loose. We saw him in a big slide there. The tyres heating up. It's going to take him a lap or so for him to settle those temps down. Oh, they're both in the pit lane now. This is it. We have to come in for fuel. So watch this battle. Who's going to pit? Who's going to choose two less tyres? Maybe there's a benefit for not changing all tyres as the leaders are in the pits. And Walker is 16 seconds further back. Oh, Vlad just coming in for a splash and dash. That's all he wanted. Maybe he's risking it for the biscuit and not replacing the tyres. Just a splash on the fuel. And it looks like with 5 laps to go, not even, because Walker is now in the lead. Got a new leader of the race. It is Wayne Walker. Not too sure if he's looking at his fuel gauge or whether he's just driving differently. And this is the benefit. He's now with 5 laps to go. Oh, he's got to stay on the black stuff, not the green stuff. Gives us the Jim's Mowing Award. If this is the first time you joined us, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and get that notification bell. Watch us next round. We've got 2 leagues running this year. We'll introduce another one later on as summer hits here in Australia. We are watching the homegrown Wayne Walker out in front. But for how long? We see Vlad Tokarev right behind and Kalev a further 2 seconds back. Oh, and that's Wayne Walker coming in the pits. So there's the lead change right there on screen. Vlad retakes the lead with 4 laps to go, almost 3 laps to go now. And the gap to Bruno is 2.7 seconds. So that pit stop, definitely the difference here. And that will play a big part in the next race coming up. So make sure you stay here for race 3. Give us a shout out, drop a comment on the chat. We are live here at Sonoma Raceway, California. And we are broadcasting to you from Australia, Sydney. So we'll go through the field now. It's Alexei Saviliev in P3. Walker, after his pit stop, is back out now. That's a lengthy pit stop. He's probably lost the position because of it. And he rejoins in P4 to Glass. The Hungarian, he comes up on warmer tyres. Will he be able to chase down Walker ahead of him? And then it's Jacob Steele in the BSK Racing. Just struggling there. Then Matthew Parry rejoins and rejoins in P7 in the number 7. So Jacob Steele rotating. Who's that behind him? It's a Pinkmobile. That is Vlad Tokarev, the race leader. About to put another lap down on Jacob Steele. And Bruno coming up behind as well. That's the gap right there. You see it, 2.7 seconds. Stabilising since that pit stop, so that one really costing him. We saw, oh, and Jacob Steele just going off there. Just watching Jacob Steele, who looks like just got hooked up on the inside curb. Oh, there it goes. He broke right at the wrong spot, and the car continued to rotate right around with the leader right behind him. So lucky not taking out any other drivers there. Looks like the driving markers, the witches had to be knocked off. Someone taking that inside line. Too hot. That lead being reduced as we speak, down to 2.4 seconds. Every corner is different as we come around for the second last lap of the race, race 2. Bit early to be bringing out the checkered flag, but we've got 2 laps to go now. Actually, this will be the final lap. Vlad Tokarev, 2.3 second gap over Bruno. There you can see him in the background. That is the gap, and that's what it looks like as they cross the line for the last time. Lap 20-20 on race 2, and it is Tokarev, Kalev, Sabiliev, Walker, Teglas, Steele, Parry, and Mezhkov. A couple of drivers couldn't be with us tonight, some ill, some unable to make it. So we have a yellow in sector 1. Mid tyres locking up. Is that Tokarev struggling? But that gap is increasing over 3 seconds now. Could be Kalev. Watching Vlad for the last time, coming down second, 2 more corners to go. 1 apex, making it 1 complete apex. And Vlad Tokarev taking race 2. Congratulations to him. Bruno just crossing the line there, then Sabiliev. Will be taking P3 once again, providing he keeps it straight on track. Here he comes down the finishing straight now. Sabiliev taking the last step of the podium. Then it'll be Wayne Walker with a full belly of fuel. He'll be crossing the line, and then that leads us to Glass, last one on the lead lap. That is to Glass taking honours. So results of race 2 was Vlad Tokarev taking honours ahead of Bruno Kalev. That pit stop really Vlad's strong point there, and that may play out in race 3. So stay tuned for this one. Alexei Sabiliev finishing P3 once again. Wayne Walker, similar order to race 1. Wayne Walker in 4, then it was Laszlo finishing in 5. Jacob Steele, Matthew Parry and Alexander Mezhkov rounding out your top 8. Right, you know what time it is. It's time to set the grid for race 3. So make sure you stay tuned. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Baba, what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
这家伙, you know he fancies himself a footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You got my back this time, right? You got some-
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down.
Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Alicia, you hear that?
Quick on him, top left.
There. I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Chao. Nos vemos.
Okay, welcome back. Race 3. As the boys roll up, we'll introduce the grid to you as they sit. For race 3, it's going to be Bruno Kalev on pole with Vlad Tokarev, P2, Saviliev will be starting in P3, then next to him Wayne Walker. On the third grid will be Laszlo Teglas next to Matthew Parry, then the Englishman Jacob Steele and Alexander Meshkov will be the top 8, and Troy Czeslowski will be starting P9, finally managing to get on track. Just heard a bit of a lock up here. So that's most of the grid as we roll through. lot of advertising around this American circuit. Monster Red Bull hot air balloon up in the skies, giving us the aerial pictures tonight. Someone bringing up the dust, probably to Glass, just warming up his tyres. Meshkov in the pit, unable to join us. He'll have to start from the back of the grid. Okay, so it'll be a final battle, race 3, 33 laps. This is our feature race, 40 minutes long. Boys are itching to get into it. Kalev on the inside, Vlad on the outside. Listen to that roar of the engine. This is on the cars as they take off. We'll stay with Leslie de Glass. Who's full speed in first gear, second gear. They all get through turn 1 at least. That's Bruno taking off out front. Sevilla putting pressure on, distracting Tokarev in P2. That's Walker, Steele. Looks like Parry, Cieslawski and Meshkov coming out of pit lane now to join the 3, almost on the back already. So I've got 4 guys out in front, 5, 6 all in a line. This is the opening lap so far. Coming down the hill. Believ trying to get up the inside. Oh, they slightly touched 2 teammates. Probably doing the job for on Tokarev. Bruno slowing down just a fraction. Sibiliev gets through to Glassin up in a P3. That's Wayne Walker. So Vlad falling back. There he is. In P5, we've got Bruno and Vlad both on same points for the round. The winner of this race will take the round win. If it's neither of these 2, then Sibiliev will need to win. And Kalev and Tokarev will need to finish at the back of the field. We've got Meshkov still chasing down the back of the field here, doing a fantastic job. We're watching Tokarev trying to get under Wayne Walker. He'll try the inside here, maybe he'll stay outside. Getting a great launch coming out of that last corner. Full speed, just backing off now. Got to control that speed, otherwise those tyres on the outside are going to heat up. And you've got to hit that mark across here, otherwise you are off on the dirt on the left-hand side. Very easy to do here at Sonoma. Sears Point, taking that dog leg, that inside ripple. Wayne going through there nice and cleanly. Vlad taking it a bit looser. Just coming in around the outside, trying to get that momentum. Will he try and duck up the inside? Wayne very used to these heavy vehicles, especially the Aussie V8s. NASCAR is very similar, that's why we see Shane Van Gisbergen doing very well in his rookie year in the States. So Sevilla putting pressure on his teammate from Proxy Flame and to Glass out in front. These guys are absolutely just pacing it out. I assume these guys are going to pit around lap 16, 17. Could be for fuel and tyres. I don't know what the tyre wear is like, but I dare say 33 laps around this circuit is definitely going to require a new set of boots in the pits, keeping them longer in there. But will strategy play its part in today's final race? Make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want the car and track combination, go down to the description. All the information's there, so too is our Discord channel. As we see Mezhkov starting to join the back of the field now. That is Mezhkov getting on the back of Troy Jaslowski. Oh, just getting wide eye, and that's balked. Mezhkov doing a full 360. Great spin there. And off he goes. Back out in front. Still defending against Sabiliev in P2. Tokarev still back there in P5. Right behind Wayne Walker. I want to say right behind, I mean right behind. There he is. Oh, he's going to get the inside line on the next turn, but no, Walker's drifted out. Block that hole. He's going to come loose. He's got to keep control of that car if he's going to defend that position. On board with Tokarev behind Wayne Walker, trying everything he can to get around. The Glass is enjoying P3 at the moment, out by himself. But he's got this battle closing in on him, as they are only 1.5 seconds behind to Glass from Hungary. So it's these two battle for P4. Then it's to Glass out by himself in P3. Saying thank you very much, I don't mind this, out by myself, P3, I'll take that. He's just got to make sure he sees the checkered flag in the same position. As we go to the front, teammates from Proxy Flame. Alexei Sabiliev from Russia and the Argentinian Bruno Kalev. Out where he likes to be, but Sabiliev really putting pressure on him at the moment. And that's Sabiliev right behind. Looks like Tokarev's got past Walker in the background as well. Oh. Sabiliev just smoking a bit too much there. You can see how much time he lost, or distance on the track. So Tokarev moving up into P4, and look at that, he's absolutely launched it, making an assault on Glass now. Glass probably concentrating too much on the rear vision mirror, because there's the pink mobile. Oh, almost coming together now. Bit of a tap there, I thought I saw. To Glass a bit more tentative through here. Vlad knows how to get through here at full speed. Goes wide, watch him come down the inside. Not enough, although he might. Oh, he's almost thought he was coming into pits. Oh, to Glass just smoking it up. Got the inside line. We come around the outside. Oh, he's there again. Side by side through, oh, just a bit of a bump. Makes it as hard as he can to get past. Vlad really struggling after that bump and run from Saviliev in P2. And there they are up in front. This will anger Vlad, but will he keep it under control and just use the rest of the race to peg back that lead lap by lap? We'll bring you the lap times as they come to hand. So if we watch it now, it's 4.8 seconds back to Saviliev, who's dropped off a little bit from Bruno. Oh, look at the tyre barrier bundle all over the road now. Someone smacked that pretty hard, and there they are, all the way around as well. Not on the racing line at the moment. I think we just saw Wayne Walker launch one into outer space there. Wayne Walker over 250 kilometers an hour through turn 1 up the hill. That gap to Saviliev now down to 4.3, it was 4.8. Coming down every corner now. There's the pink Mobile down the back, chasing the green machine. So we've got Matthew Parry looking further back in P6. Mezhkov having an absolute shocker tonight. 2 DNFs, and he missed the grid start for race 3. Jacob still out there with the leaders behind, trying to get out of the way, but it's very hard because the racing line switches from the right to the left very easily. Oh, he just spun it there. Too much pressure as the leaders come through. Vlad's gap down to Saviliev in P2 is down to 1.7. He's worked that up really quickly. That was 4.8 before. After a couple of laps, it's down to 1.7. So we'll start with that battle. That's where the action's going to be in about 3 laps' time. There he is out in front. That's Mezhkov once again getting out of the way of the leaders. Wayne Walker's still there in the picture as well. Only 4.5 seconds back, so he'll be chasing. And that is Tokarev absolutely smoking up the lap times at the moment. There you see it. Current fastest lap of the race of 1:11.3. They are pacing it because they are capable of the low 110s. But this is all race strategy now as we see Vlad Tokarev chasing down Alexei Saviliev, both Russians. Plenty of switchbacks as we head downhill, the right, left, right, left, right, left. And the final right as we get on to the little straight before the deep braking. Oh, Saviliev just managing to hold it up before that brick wall. Nice tidy lines from Tokarev now. Got himself behind P2, Alexei Saviliev. Getting loose right in front of Tokarev. Tokarev can still see Bruno. He wants that position to take the round win. He doesn't want to concede any more points. If he concedes this round to Bruno Kalev, Kalev will be taking the championship lead. Vlad will get stuck behind here. Alexi a bit too strong on the rears there. He's losing a lot of position. Across the start finish line, full speed. He's going to stay over to the left, try and get an early launch up the inside, but no. Oh, he's going to put pressure on the outside here. He's got to choose his spot. Very hard. It's really just under brakes as we come onto the main straight outside pit lane. Or this corner here, this right-hander, you've got to take a wide line and then come in early, hoping that Saviliev will get a bit loose on the exit. But Saviliev too good for that one on that lap. Stays out in front for now. Jacob Steele that's retired from the race, so too Meshkov. Meshkov having a shocker tonight. Jacob Steele just getting loose when the leaders come round. If Vlad struggles to get past Saviliev in the next couple of laps, he might want to come in for an early pit stop and get some good quick laps in before Kolev does out in the lead, because the gap's only 3 seconds. If he manages, he's going to lose too much time here sitting behind Saviliev, as the gap is now 2.5 seconds. I would, if I was his race engineer, I'd bring him in lap 16, and hopefully that puts him in a good position to just control the fuel burn and the tyre burn towards the end of the race, hoping that Bruno doesn't have that extra bit out on track, knowing that the track position is everything here at Sonoma. So Bruno's starting to back off now. He's stretching this stint out because that last lap was a 1:12.7 from Bruno out in front, and these guys here were doing the 1:11.5. So they put over a second on Bruno, and you can see on the timing screen that gap's down at 1.6, just on the 2 second mark now. It's almost a three-way battle for the lead very soon if it continues this way. Kalev. Here he goes around the outside. He's going to take the full run. He decides to back in. He hasn't got enough room to do it. All the momentum to go right around the outside. The speed difference wasn't that much, so he's tucked back in just to play it safe. He might get an opportunity, as we can see Saviliev really struggling on the rears there, across the top. Gap to the leader has stretched out a little bit now. Bruno's just ahead here. There's the leaders right behind him. There's the second and third, I should say. It's Glass and Parry are both in pit lane. And Glass leaving pit lane early. That's Glass after his pit stop. He has come in on lap 16. As I said, Vlad should do. And there they are. They've both come in together. Very unfortunate for Vlad. Vlad's got to come in for another full tank. There's no way he's going to survive. He just needs to get a cleaner pit stop as Bruno stretches out that lead now to Glass. He's going to take P2, although Walker is still out there as well. So Walker not going for track position, but where's Tokarev? Tokarev's coming out just ahead of, well, a long way ahead of Sibiliev. Look at that difference in that pit stop alone. So Vlad getting the jump on Sibiliev, and now it's time to punch those laps out while Bruno decides to stay out. And Sibiliev getting a penalty. Oh, unfortunate from Sibiliev. He's going to have to serve that penalty. Either speeding in pit lane, and here comes Bruno. Smartest decision he'll make tonight, because he needs to cover off that pit stop from Tokarev. Oh, now Bruno's just come in sharp for his pit stop. Where is Vlad at the moment? He's coming down the back straight. So let's keep an eye on this, as we see Wayne Walker coming in the pits as well now. So Walker and Kalev in pit lane. There's Kalev coming out. Where is Tokarev? Oh, he's coming in the pits as well. What's he done? He's missed fuel or incorrect fuel. Or maybe he's received a penalty as well. No, he's coming for tyres. He's missed his tyre stop. Oh, and that's cost him the round and the championship lead. If it continues this way, Bruno, an absolute stellar performance tonight so far. We've still got only halfway through the race. Anything could happen. But that is Bruno with an over 50% of the race length, hitting for full fuel and tyres. And he has regained the lead. Sibiliev, after serving that penalty, is back out in P2. And Tokarev still in pit lane. There he is. He's coming out now, but that's cost him a few positions, because now Wayne Walker is promoted up into P3. And there he is down the back of the circuit. We did see him come into pit lane, so that's a clean pit stop for him too. So that's for position. If he manages to hold it, we'll keep an eye on that one, as Tokarev is 21 seconds further back. And there he is. So Wayne Walker's got a fair bit of track to defend for the next 15 laps. Alright, so it's Kalev out in front, dominating. And that's his closest rival, Alexei Sibiliev, who's had to come in and serve pit penalty. And he still manages to stay in P2. Must have been a drive-through for Sibiliev. So if we look at the season standings thus far, now that we know who the drivers are, it's Tokarev in P1, 2-point advantage over Kalev. Now if Kalev wins the round tonight, he'll be earning 3 more points than Tokarev. So we'll see Kalev take the lead of the championship. And then Steniker's missed tonight, and Sibiliev will be promoted up into P3. And Parry's here tonight, so he may take P4 as well from Steniker. We may see Steniker dropping down a couple of positions, but you are allowed a couple of drop rounds, and this may be one of them for him. We are usually out on a Wednesday night, but unfortunately due to certain scheduling, we were unable to fulfill the Wednesday night race. That's why we are out here on a Thursday night this week, and we appreciate everyone, or most of the drivers, still making it on a different night. Okay, so Parry giving room to Kalev there. So Walker in a P2, Saviliev, where is he? So Walker could be on a solid finish here if he manages to just punch out 13 consistent laps. He's lapping in the 1:11.4, so he's actually pushing it quite hard. That was his fastest lap, actually, the last lap. So he is punching it. Alexei Saviliev did come through pit lane again. He must have, or he's had an accident, because his last lap was a 1:28. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in sector 1, and that is Parry at the top of the hill there. Wayne's just got to keep his head down and concentrate as he's defending against now Saviliev and Tokarev, who must be close out on track. Yes, they are. Tokarev only 3.5 seconds. This is probably from a botched pit stop from Tokarev's pit crew, because he's had to come through the lane twice. And we saw the second time he came in for tyres, so whether they weren't selected for the first pit stop, he's now penalised himself by having to come in the lane again. Quite a lengthy pit lane here at Sonoma in California. So it's Kalev out in front, then Walker, then Saviliev, then Tokarev, then Teglas and Parry out on track. The others retiring: Alexander Mezhkov, Jason Steele, and Troy Cieslowski. So that's Bruno out in front, taking us around for 22 laps so far. Out in the lead with a handsome gap to P2, which is Wayne Walker. We'll show you where he is. There he is down the back of the circuit. That's Wayne Walker, P2. His closest rival is Saviliev, which is on the other side of the track, and there is Tokarev right behind. This is for position. The gap down now under 1 second. Saviliev just coming wide there, picking up the dirt. Tokarev absolutely dragging that car around. Oh, and Saviliev giving him the room. That's his team man out in front, and he's just let him through easily, giving him the hall pass to go up into P3. He's still got to get through Wayne Walker yet, who's further up the road. That was an easy pass. Maybe he feels guilty for what happened earlier on, where we saw Tokarev just tapped and losing position, drops back into P5 and then struggling to get back through the field, while Tokarev advances up into P2. Harry giving way nicely once again. Professional driver being shown the blue flags. All right, so where's Teglas? Teglas is in P5. That's been his position all night long, qualifying and finishing in P5, and he's going to do the same again in race 3 if the results stay the same. So if you're familiar with the NASCAR League, our next race is going to be at Montreal. Quite an exciting circuit. And another road circuit for these boys. And then I'm looking forward to the one after that, which is Darlington. That's a fantastic little oval circuit. If you want to get on board, hit the Discord link provided down below in the description, and you can be part of the racing out on track, as we have over 10 countries represented in the racing this year. The Argentinian doing the best to fly the flag for the South American country. Look at that beautiful livery in his home country flag colours. Okay, so with 8 laps to go, it's Clev out in front. We'll just recap. 10 seconds further back, it is Wayne Walker, who looks like he'll be pinching this position, as he is lapping in the exact same time, or half a second off Tokarev, who's behind. And it won't be enough to take the position, as Vlad in P3 is a further 16 seconds behind Wayne Walker. A lot of work to do in the 7 laps that are remaining. In the race, and Savelyev just behind him now. Then we've got Teglas, Laszlo Teglas from Hungary, for Tevez Sim Racing team. He's currently in P5. And Matthew Parry, the Kiwi. The Goodbye Pork Pie is a movie reference. There is a competition. The best livery that's car related gets $50 at the end of the season. And each round, the winner gets $50 thanks to Corgi Tours of Sydney. And the remainder of the race has retired for the night. Jacob Steele, Meshkov, and Tuslowski. There they are, retiring from the race. And that is Vlad Tokarev coming around under the Red Bull banner for the 27th time, 26th time. Still chasing down that gap, 14 seconds now. Wayne Walker conceding about half a second. Still not enough to concede the position, just enough to conserve those tyres, which is okay. Wayne Walker finding himself up in a P2. Alright, so we'll go across the start-finish line. We'll watch, get on board, see how he gets it done. We start across the start-finish line, sweeping into the first 2 left-handers. Hard on the brakes to get that car right on the apex. There's only one line through there. If you're a little bit off, you're off on the grass. This dog leg, a bit more forgiving, but you still can't push too much. As you can see, the rev's quite low, only 120 k's across the top there. It's here you got to control it. You can see Bruno just taking that inside curb, staying out nice and wide, on easy on the brakes, down to first gear, rolling on the exit. Now it's a downhill, right, left, left and right again. Just got to stay out wide, full noise in between these, the left, right. Got to back it off, maybe drop a gear, but Bruno's learnt to just stay off the accelerator, and he's eased in on the corner. He's slipping now. He's got 5 laps to go. He's got to look after those tyres. Walker's still 10 seconds behind, so he hasn't pulled away from the other drivers. And that was a full lap on board with Bruno Kalev from Argentina for Team Proxy Flame. I keep calling it Proxy Flame, it's Pro Mix Flame. I do apologise. Bruno's had a solid race all night tonight, and he's dominated as he did at Mid-Ohio. Just got the edge on Vlad. Vlad having a couple of little mistakes there, costing him the round win tonight. He looked very solid in race 2, but unfortunately just got tapped on lap 1 or 2 in the final race, race 3. And that's cost him the round and now the championship, as it looks like Bruno, if the position stays the same, will be taking the round win ahead of Vlad Tokarev, grabbing those vital 3 extra points and seeing him promoted to the top of the table. So that's Bruno Kalev out in front for Pro Mix Flame. And P2, it's Wayne Walker. Still on that 10-second gap to Kalev out in front, lapping in the 111s. And Vlad Tokarev in P3. There he is. He's 11 seconds back, lapping in the 111s as well, the low 111s. Still with that fastest lap of the race with a 110.4. Currently in P3, Alexei Savelyev. He's in P4, a further 29 seconds back and falling, as his last lap was a 122, so I think he's made a mistake there out on track. Then it's Laszlo Teglas, the Hungarian for Tevez Sim Racing. He's been solid in P5 all night tonight. His best lap of the race being a 112 flats. And a slight mistake on that lap has cost him 7 seconds, as Matthew Parry is back in P6 for race 3. Fastest lap of the race for him tonight's been a 113.253. Very fast for the Kiwi. Only 2 laps to go now. Bruno Kalev still out in front. Stretched that lead to 12-second gap ahead of Wayne Walker. Tokarev not really making any inroads on Wayne Walker for P2. So it looks like the position's going to stay that way. I don't want to put that commentator's curse on the drivers yet, so we won't announce it until they've crossed that checkered flag. Parry just taking it nice and easy over the top there. But it's the leader with 1.5 laps to go. Will the back markers play a vital role in this final race and potential championship lead? Or just bouncing over those curbs. Second last time. Tokarev taking a bit of a chunk out of Walker. Over a second on Walker just on that lap alone, but Walker's only got 2 laps more to defend. Oh, I heard some engine stalling there. But it's Bruno Kalev smashing it, flying down. Beautiful shots here from Sonoma in California as we're watching Bruno Kalev taking his round for the final time. Coming on the back of Laszlo to Glass. Will Laszlo stay out wide? Yes, he does. Oh, no, he's right next to him as well. Not too sure if he saw him there. Coming down the final corners for race 3, 33 laps. We are on the 33rd lap, and he will be taking race 3 honours and gaining the lead in the championship. Congratulations to Bruno Kalev. That's his teammate just on the screen there. And that is the end of the race. Wayne Walker, the next to come around. He'll be taking P2. He'll be very, very happy with that one. That's P2 honours for Wayne Walker from Australia. And here comes Vlad Tokarev, only 6 seconds back. Gives us a bit of a show as he crosses the line. Savelyev already in pits. I'm not too sure if he's going to actually finish the race in that position. I think if Glass comes back around, or he already has, that is the end of the race. So Bruno Kalev has taken honours for round 6 of the NASCAR Championship for SimHaus 2024. Taking a lap of honour around here at Sonoma Raceway. Here he goes, taking the infield, giving us a few donuts. Oh, he's just rolled it into pits. I was expecting a couple of donuts from him. But he's rolling into pits. Congratulating his team on a great race. Nice tight entry to the pit stops too there. So that concludes. Someone else is out there to Glass, I think. Or Parry. Sounds like to Glass. He's coming in. So results for race 3. It was Bruno Kalev, solid race, taking the green to checkered. Then it was Wayne Walker, the Australian, finishing P2. Then Vlad Tokarev did all he could, but it wasn't to be tonight. He finishes in P3, costing him the round and the championship lead after this one, so stay tuned for the championship points. Alexei Savelyev finishing in P4, then Laszlo de Glass taking out P5 all night long. Very solid effort. Ahead of Matthew Parry, finishing 6th, ahead of Alexander Meshkov. Jacob Steele in P8 and Troy Jaslowski finishing in P9. So if you want to tune in for the next round, round 7, then here's our schedule for the rest of the season. We will be at Montreal on the 4th of September. That is 2 weeks' time. Stay tuned for that one, another road circuit, and then we go to the Oval, which we're looking forward to at Darlington. After that will be Watkins Glen, then Charlotte will be a mix, and then Talladega, fantastic race there, and then Belle Island, another road race to close out the season. So that'll be on the 11th of December. Make sure you stay tuned with that. Why don't you join us, hit the links below on Discord, join our Discord and get on track. We have over 10, 12 countries represented here in the championship. If you're following our V8 championship as well, make sure you tune in, as our next race will be on the 9th of September at Sandown. Keep your eyes on the guides there. I'm not too sure if it's the 9th or the 14th. It's actually going to be... Keep your eyes out for Sandown. Actually, it won't be the 9th of September. That's a Monday night. We're usually on Wednesday nights. So back to the NASCAR League. Thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. If you have, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. and join us for the next coverage. As we say goodnight, I'm your host Shane Gilbert. We'll see you for the next one.